What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? I didn't get to make a video last night because I had worked and I didn't get to see my family much the past 3 days. So although I really wanted to make a video every day, it's important to make sure you're spending time with your family and your priorities. But yeah, so had a long day yesterday and it ended up still being a good day. I put together a lot of good days, even though at the beginning of them they seemed a little bit, like I didn't want to get out of bed. I'll be honest. I was like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to do anything today. I just want to lay in bed and chill. But I got up and I got it done, and it wasn't so bad. So that's a positive start. But today, I have one of those days since I'm not working today, and I was like, I am not getting out of bed. I don't want to do anything, but you got to get up. I had to get up. I had to make breakfast and eat with the family and spend some time with them again because I was on off for 3 days. But anyway, so overall, good day. I hope everybody else had a good day. Today, I'm going to just drop off library books. Now, before I drop them off, I was just going to give a story about it a little bit because I don't read usually, but I did one day. So here we go, random story. So basically, I never really leave the house to go do anything with friends, honestly. Like, I don't go to the gym, I don't do any activities. I kind of just work and hang out with my kids at home, watch TV, all that stuff. So I had to challenge myself one day to really get out of the house and go do something. And I'm like, I feel like I've already done everything. I've gone bowling. I've gone to the gym. I've watched movies. I've done all this stuff. So I'm like, what is there really to do? Because I wasn't really like a positive thinker a few months ago or a few weeks ago. I don't even remember. I think it was a few weeks. Anyway, so I came up with the idea. I'm like, I need to find something that's going to change my thinking, because I'm sitting here like saying there's nothing I can do to make a change in my life. It's just what it is. So I was like, let me go to the library. Again, I don't read at all. Nothing other than subtitles on TV. So I just was like, I need some inspiration. So I went to the library and I found 2 books. And one stood out to me and the other one was kind of like, oh, I could read this maybe. And I just sat there for an hour and I read this book. And then obviously I brought it home because I couldn't finish the book in an hour. But it was enough to make me change my thinking. Like, I don't read, and here I am reading. I'm not positive thinking right now, but I'm looking for the positives. And then I actually finished the book, which I was proud of. So those are like 3 things that, like, even though I didn't know what I was going to do with my day, I still accomplished something. And I still tried something, I guess, kind of new. So today, essentially, I'm just bringing the books back. Now, one of the books was about health, and I have it right here. Now, this is the book I was supposed to read because I'm like, you know what? I haven't been treating myself right, eating, and, I need to be better about that. And I never read it, to be honest. I didn't read that book at all. I've kind of, just got the book with the intention of eating healthier and things like that. But even just getting the book without reading it, I still changed how I ate and just started doing better without it. So even just getting the book put into my mind that, hey, we need to make a change here. So I guess that's my excuse for not reading it. I felt like I figured it out without needing to read that book. So I might have failed that goal, but it's okay, because at least I got a book, right? And then the other book I actually read, this is the one that stood out to me, was this book right here. And I felt like I just read the back of it, and it essentially was like, take control of your life, and I was like, that's what I need to do. So a short synopsis, if that's the word, or thought of what the book meant to me. I could be completely wrong because I'm not analyzing the book, but I read it, and essentially it's like everything's going to happen around you. Chaotic things sometimes, things that you're like, you want to stop from happening, but you don't have control over that. You don't have control over, people being angry at you for something, or like in the book, they reference someone like coughing on a plane, and you're like, what the heck, bro? Stop coughing in my face. So what I took from it is, it's like, even though all that stuff's going on around you, and it might be stressful or make you angry or upset, you don't have any control over that. But what you can control is like how you react to it, or what you do, for yourself in that moment. So, for instance, that person coughing on a plane, it's like you can bring a mask with you. You can, make sure you have headphones in or something so you don't hear them coughing. Like, just little things to kind of do what you can to affect the situation, so that way you're not just basically stuck. That's kind of how I took it. So in the book, they just keep repeating, like, let them. There's a lot of other things in there, but it's just like a mindset of just, hey, this person is going to go on a vacation and didn't invite me. Like, let them go. And then with yourself, like, talk through it and work through it so that you feel a little more in control of that situation. Or, I don't know. Long story short, it just changes your perspective and doesn't take all. It doesn't feel like everything's just on you and you have to just work through the chaos. Just simplify it and better yourself in the moment, and it'll help you deal with it and not take so much pressure or like stress and anger with you. Because I think it also mentions things like other people's opinions, or even like your own self-thought of people. Like, just because someone doesn't call you, or somebody doesn't, say something to you that would make you feel good, it doesn't mean that they're talking bad about you, or they have this negative perception of you and all these things. Like, that could just be your internal brain saying, like, they didn't text me back, they don't like me, or, I did all this stuff for them and they forgot to say thank you. Just, trying to push out those negative thoughts and kind of see maybe from their perspective too, of like, they could be busy. They might have literally forgotten. They could have a lot more going on in their life that you didn't notice, and you're just stressed out about them not texting you, but they could be dealing with bigger things. So how can I change my mindset to make myself understand and not stress out so much about it? So it's a good book. I would read it. Just a recommendation. That's the literal only book that I read, but it was enough to get me in changing my mindset and stop feeling sorry for myself, and just try and be a better overall communicator and person that doesn't let all those little things that used to bother me. So I'm going to be bringing those back to the library today. And I don't think I'm going to get another book because, I don't know, I'm feeling like I'm doing well right now. I don't have any things that I'm trying to think of that I'd like to improve that I'm not already improving. But who knows? Maybe I'll go in there another day and find something. But that was my random spiel. On top of that, it's just like, if you guys are watching my videos, what I really want to do is just share the everyday life of just somebody, right? Like, I'm just a person that has everyday struggles, that has everyday thoughts that other people might have. Just want to be better for myself and the people around me. And I feel like, me not going out and doing a lot of things with other people, just kind of being with my family, it's nice to connect to people in a way that I don't necessarily have to be everybody's best friend, and I could just share like what's going on in my life and people can relate to it. I mean, there's so much stuff online of people, wanting to be perfect, changing so much about themselves because they want to please everybody. and they want everything to be like this perfect image, and the people do no wrong, and their mentality's strong. They never struggle. They always achieve everything they want to do because they work hard and they do this and that and whatever. But hey, in my life, that's not the reality. I struggle through simple things sometimes that I shouldn't, but I'm human. So if you ever watch this video, or anybody that watches anything that I'm posting, my overall goal is just to connect with people, and I don't really want to say inspire people because I'm just living my life, but maybe take something from what I'm saying and connect to it and be like, hey, I feel bad some mornings too. I don't read either, but maybe I could read a book, and just kind of create this environment where everybody's positive, and not always positive, but like real, if that makes sense. Just like honest, like, hey, I also struggled with this and it was super hard, but these are the things that I did to get through it. And I feel like that's a good place to start, because there's so much AI on the internet. There's so much craziness happening in the world, and even in all that stuff that's happening in the world, you still wake up every day as yourself and have to figure life out in your circumstances, whatever you're dealing with. And not everybody's there to be like, oh, do you need help? Do you need this? Like, you just got to grind through it sometimes. So that was my spiel about my books and life a little bit. I will create some shorts maybe today. And I kind of struggle sometimes to come up with ideas, because again, I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker and I don't have all the answers to everything. So me coming up with a bunch of videos being like, this is the right thing to do and you need to do it because this is going to make you better, feels kind of like off-putting. Like, who is this dude who thinks has everything figured out, telling me what I got to do to change my life and be better when he doesn't have his stuff figured out? So I try to do it in a way that's like, this might help you. If it doesn't, my bad. If it does, hey, I'm glad it did. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But again, I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope everybody finds something to work towards in their life, even if it's small. And maybe a goal for today is just reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, even if it's like a friend that you're close with but you haven't talked to them. Maybe just hit them up and be like, hey man, how's life? And maybe they'll respond and you'll have a good conversation, and that can bring you some joy today. So that's all I got for right now, but I appreciate everybody, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day.